The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 4 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the WPT for our continuing coverage of the Festa al Lago. I'm Mike Sexton alongside Vince Van Patten, coming to you from the Yankee Stadium of Poker, Bellagio. And one man has dominated this final table so far, Elke Gross-Pellier. He has nearly 12 million in chips. None of the other players even have 2 million.
Well, he's up against 2 WPT champions, Nanad Medic, Nam Lee, and a tough poker pro. And for you folks who are joining us for the late innings, here's a quick look at some of the action from the last time on the World Poker Tour.
I'm all in.
Elke is making the call here. So the softball umpire, William Metz, tagged out at home by the chip leader.
Well, he's the big stack at the table. The Pamela Anderson.
Oh, it's a queen. Oh, boy. That gives Elke 3 queens. There's no card out of him to catch to win this pot.
I got a number.
Isn't it great to win with 3 deuce, Mike?
My favorite hand.
All right, another 3 deuce.
I'm all in. Wait, number.
And Vince, Elke shows him the 3 high, and I can tell you, folks, it's like a steam room in here now.
Elke is a puppeteer. He's got these guys on a string.
I'm gonna write a book after this, how to deal with the maniac to your left.
I have queens every hand, what can I do?
Well, the cards are being dealt. Let's get back to the game.
And right now, the antes will start at 15,000. Blinds are 60 and 120,000. The winner's going to take home over 1.4 million.
Well, one of those guys are going to have to start getting lucky and forcing the action a lot more than we've seen if they're going to take this title away from Elke tonight.
Let's go to the felt, and the non-medic has a pair of 6s here.
All in.
WPT champion says all in.
He's on the short stack here. You can't blame him for moving in here with a pair.
Now, Odie Darden with an ace-9. He's going to muck it.
I think I have to call, I guess. All right, I call.
Elke says, all right, he's got so many chips, why not?
Yep.
He calls him with the king-jack. We've got the race situation, the 2 over cards versus the under pair. And for Nanad Medic's dreams of being a multiple WPT champion tonight, to stay alive, he's got to win this race.
Yes, he does, but he has to do it against the Frenchman, Elke.
Straight, please.
Mr. Lucky
Straight.
Pierre so far.
6.
Will he continue to get lucky? 5 cards to come here.
Well, here comes the flop. It's come Jack 9-3.
He did it again.
Elke now out in front. And you see the sadness in the face and the nod. He knows he's going to have to catch a 6 now to stay alive in this tournament.
Turn card coming up. Can he catch a 6?
Nice.
Not there.
Nope, a deuce comes off. So for Nanad Medic to stay alive in this tournament, he must catch a 6, otherwise he'll be heading back down Route 66.
Nanad Medic, 1 card away from calling a medic. Can he get lucky on the river? No.
5 of hearts comes off. So there you go. Elke Gross-Pellier increasing his chip lead, and WPT champ Nanad Medic out in 4th place.
Oh, yes, poof, he is gone. He is dead man walking. Nanad's going to pick up 373,000 for his efforts. But right now, he has to go where the tears and the beers flow, the bar.
He's has all the chips. I don't know. I was just, you got to pick up a hand. The blinds are pretty big. I don't know. Picked up 2 6s, moved in, and yep, and I have King Jack. Coin flip, lost it. So what are you going to do?
So the Frenchman continues to dominate. He has eliminated all 3 players at this final table so far, and now has a massive chip lead.
Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
The key in poker, I think, is to always adapt to the situation. I'm all in. So if I think the situation is right to keep pushing, like I will do it.
Every player that you know that's on TV, that's a star in the poker world, plays at Bellagio. We have guys like Doyle Brunson, Chao Jiang, Daniel Negreanu, Howard Lederer, Phil Ivey. The list goes on and on and on.
Bellagio. It is the classiest of all poker rooms. Fantastic. And Mike, what I like about it is that the sports betting is like 10 feet away from the poker room. It's great.
Well, it is. And all those big name players were in this event, but it's come down to these three guys fighting it out for over $1.4 million.
Elke getting so close to taking down the title. He's out in front with $13.3 million in chips.
The other two guys got less than $2 million each in chips, so they're going to have to start making some strong movements if they're going to take the title tonight.
Quick fold by Odie.
I'm all in.
But Elke saying all in with just a 5-3.
You're just going to force Nam to pick up a hand. Nam has ace-deuce here, Vince.
Well, that's a big opportunity. This could be the time.
Well, get an ace-high against this guy, Vince. As much as he raises, don't you have to gamble with this hand? Just hope it's the best hand?
You would think so, but he's going to lay this down.
Yeah, three dudes again.
Oh, it's better this time. When you watch on your TV, it's better than previous, I promise.
A little surprised Nam didn't go for that one.
He's got the greats getting nervous here at the Festa al Lago.
Obviously a big jump in prize money between third and second, well over $400,000.
Well, these other guys know that they want to stick around if they can get someone else to bust out before them.
Elke understands that.
I'm all in.
He's taking advantage of that.
Elke going all in with a queen 5. Nam quickly folds. And Odie just, no, he can't play with a 4-3.
Well, that time they're legitimate fold hands.
Should I get used to these?
Oh, I think so.
Hi. Okay.
Well, he's telling it like it is, Vince. Right now, this is like ping pong, where Elke is the paddle, the other two guys are the balls, and he's just smashing them on every hand.
He's amazing. He's a flim-flam man in action here tonight, making everything work.
I'm all in.
And back on our chip leader, going all in with just an 8-3.
Oh, and Nam Lee looks down on an ace-jack. He is going to go with this one, Vince. So Nam Lee in great shape to double up as the cards lies about a 3-1 favorite to win this pot. He is happy about this situation.
3 is a lucky number. 3.
Well, 3 is the lucky number of Elke. He's looking to catch one right here. You're saying, how can he move all in with that hand? It's the second worst starting hand in no limit hold'em, but in truth, it doesn't matter what your cards are. When your opponents are intimidated and folding every hand, you just raise every pot and take down many sets of blinds and antes, as he's done.
Here's the first 3.
And it's come queen, queen, 9. So far, so good for Nam.
Spade.
Elke's going to have to catch an 8 or a 3. 2 running spades would do it for him, and 2 straight cards would do it for him. But right now, Elke needs a lot of help here. Doesn't get it there as the 4 hearts comes on the turn. We are down to the river. Nam Lee can dodge an 8 or a 3. He is going to double up right here.
Big opportunity for him. Or will there be a suck out and we be into heads-up action?
It's a 6. So WPT champ Nam Lee doubles up to take a step closer to capturing his second WPT title.
And it turn around, we will see 3 players remain at the Festa al Lago. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour.
A second WPT title would mean a lot. I mean, one's hard enough, but there's so many one-time champions now. It would put me up with Tuan and Grinder and Daniel, a pretty good group of poker players.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Festa al Lago continues. We are down to 3-handed poker. All these players going after the title and the 1.4 that goes with it.
Well, we just heard Nam Lee saying he'd like to join that elite group of 9 players who have won multiple WPT titles. He's going to have to change things around quickly and for quite a while to take down this title tonight.
Action's going to Odie Darden. Great competitor, professional player. And he's going out. And Elke, our chip leader, with just a 6-3.
Vince, why does the guy even bother looking at his cards? Just raise it. That's what he's doing every time anyway. $375,000. But Nam has picked up 2 8s in the big blind. And he says all in. Elke can't stand the heat and mucks his hand. So the WPT champ Nam Lee starting to make his move, Vince, to get back in this thing.
He's coming back. He's got great heart. 5th time at the WPT final table, going after his 2nd title here tonight.
All right, back to the action. 3 players left, fighting it out for over $1.4 million. Action's on Nam Lee. He lays down a 10-9.
Odie Darden with a queen jack.
All in.
Well, he's gone all in.
Yep.
Now chip leader Elke Gross-Pellier is an ace-4 offsuit. And he says, I call.
And what a good one it is. He's out in front.
So here we go.
We need paint.
Well, Odie calling for paint.
I need somebody here. Say paint.
And that means picture cards to those of you that may not know.
This is it. I need queens or jacks.
Well, Odie, a bit of a underdog at this point with a nice call by the Frenchman.
But you can't blame Odie for going all in there with the queen jack. He says, this is the one I've been waiting on.
Here come the first three.
Everybody on their feet. A jack right in the door. It's come king, jack, 6.
Slow down, slow down. We need 2 more. Hey, can we stop it there?
He asked for paint. He got it, Vince. He's now out in front. Elke's going to have to catch an ace, 2 runners to make a straight, or 2 running 4s to win this pot. Well, a 10 comes off. Now that means a queen would give Elke a straight. An ace won't help him anymore because that would give Odie an ace-high straight. So the only way that Elke can win this pot is to catch a queen to make an ace-high straight.
Well, the Frenchman give him a bad beat. Here comes the river.
It's a 3. So there you see some emotion out of the man from West Covina, California, Odie Darden, doubling up here.
Double up time. Double up time.
He's got a contingent of friends and fans and poker groupies.
By the way, Nam, were you rooting for me? Be honest. Really? So are we going to keep hearing all in, all in? Or are we done with that all in?
All of a sudden, Odie's getting talking chips, Vince.
You're right.
I got 3
Just
now.
enjoying the moment.
We could just play a little more. That's all it is.
Well, you know, he said he's a competitor. He grew up through the ranks of the restaurant business and the computer business, and then he said, the heck with that. I'm going after the poker business. And that's what he does now. He's a poker pro. All right, it's on Elke, the Frenchman, taking his first hit here tonight. This time looking down at a 9-deuce offsuit.
Well, Vince, it's pretty obvious right now. He's just raising with any 2 cards. No sense in even looking at him.
But Nam Lee behind him with ace-10.
1 million.
He's coming right over the top of him, as he should with this hand. Very aware that Elke's raising every hand and that this hand figures to be a favorite over him.
Gotta punish the chip leader when you can, and he's going to do so there.
Going back-to-back pots. Both of the short stack players. One's doubled up, one's taking a little chink out of the chip leader stack, Vince. Could the tide be turning here?
It's a long shot, but they're getting back at him. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. Welcome back to Bellagio and the World Poker Tour. This is the Festa al Lago. We are down to 3 players. They are fighting it out for over $1.4 million first place prize.
The 27-year-old from France, Elke Gross-Pellier, 10.2 in chips. It's on him right now. He's got that little miserable 3-deuce offsuit again.
Well, he likes that hand, Vince. He's had it a couple times, raised on it every time, and does so again. Comes in for $360,000.
Yep. Nam Lee quickly folding his jack-deuce.
And Odie Darden looks down at the ace-7 of hearts. He's in the big blind, meaning he's got $160,000 out there. And he's going to make the call for $200,000 more.
Not going to raise the Frenchman.
And here comes the flop. 8-4-3. Odie with the ace high. But now Elke's got bottom pair, but it goes check, check. Queen of hearts on the turn. This gives Odie the nut flush draw. Will he bet here? Nope, he's going to check. And again, Elke checks. He's changing his tactics here. Vince, and the 6 of hearts comes off. Happy days are here again for Odie. He has the best hand possible. The nut flush. Action is on him.
Backdoor nut flush. So nicely done.
Well, you know, Odie is absolutely in ecstasy at the moment.
He's bet $500,000 here, Mike, and he's going to get called.
How do you say the nuts?
Well, he proudly announces the nuts. Elke mucks the bottom pair. Oh, look at Odie
here. He's giddy with joy right there. Feeling like he actually belongs here. Making that kind of move. And things are not looking quite as cheerful for Elke at this point. Let's see if he can survive some adversity here.
He's still the big chip leader, but he's starting to give these guys hope, Vince.
Action going to Nam Lee. Nam goes out, and Mr. Lucky now, Odie Darden. He's got a queen 10. In the small blind. Got a little momentum going his way.
And they're just going to limp in and make the call with the queen 10.
Chip leader Elke, though, with ace 4.
Elke, sensing he's got the best hand with ace high, is going to raise it. And a healthy raise up to $710,000. So it's a $550,000 raise here to Odie.
Well, that's a pretty punishing blow right here. Now, what is Odie thinking?
Well, he's looking down at his chip count. He's now got about $4 million in chips.
Sooner or later, we got to go home. I'm all in.
Wow, sooner or later, we got to go home. What a speech with just a queen 10 offsuit, Vince. Can you believe that? And I believe the talk is what got Elke to lay his hand down there. Odie now showing the bluff like Elke did time and time again earlier at this final table.
Oh, wow. He's starting to get a little momentum.
He had deuce 3. He had deuce 3. We all know it.
So Odie giving it back to Elke a little bit there. And you wonder if the steam is starting to rise on Elke's head now as this match tightens up, as you can see by the chip count there. Elke's stack going down. Odie's and Nam's going up.
Elke not quite as cheerful as he was. Action goes to him with a jack 4. Not out of many pots, I might say.
Vince, he raises almost every single hand. Doesn't matter what he has. Here he makes it $360,000 to go.
On his left, Nam Lee has picked up ace 4.
Vince, if you've noticed, Nam doesn't like to fold to the guy, doesn't like to call him either. If he plays with him, he's coming over the top of him. He's doing that again right here with the ace 4. Raises it $490,000 more.
And now Odie has picked up his queen 10 again. Likes that hand.
Well, Vince, he just went all in with it, the hand previous to this, to take down the pot. Could he possibly be thinking about doing that again?
Well, there's a raise and a re-raise. So you're thinking, would Nam be making this move? Can I take this pot from these guys right now? This is a chance of a lifetime from this poker pro for just 2 years. You're talking about a huge money difference between third place, second place, and first.
Why get involved when it's been raised and re-raised? He throws it away. Elke quickly mucks his hand. So Nam Lee picks up a pot. And Vince, Elke is bleeding off some chips.
Well, tighten your tutu, ladies and gentlemen. This has become a horse race. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's broadcast sponsored in part by Southwest. Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees.
We are back at Bellagio in Las Vegas for the World Poker Tour's Festa Al Lago. And as you can see, it's the Frenchman, Elke Gospellier, with $8.1 million, but it's getting close here, Mike.
It sure is, Vince. You can definitely feel a new atmosphere at this final table. It was a one-man domination show, but right now the other two players are chipping away at Elke Grospellier.
Elke now with the button with a jack. 8 has raised. Made it $360,000. Nam going out.
And Odie looks down at a queen 8 offsuit. Not the kind of hand you're crazy about when the guy raises, but when Elke raises, it just sort of shrug it off, I guess, because he raises every single hand. It's going to cost him another $200,000 to make the call here.
Well, he is starting to believe now. You can just sense it.
You're right, Vince. He's gambling out of position here with a queen 8 offsuit.
Body language.
Oh, and what a good decision as it comes queen 7-3. Odie has top pair and is now well out front.
And he's checked it. I'm going to try to trap here a little bit.
Vince, this is the guy to trap against because he bets all the time. So when you hit a hand on the flop, why not check it and let this guy bet? That's exactly what Odie's done. $460,000 is the bet. And now off to acting school goes Odie. It's like tweedly-dee, tweedly-da. Oh, do I really want to play this hand or not? A flop top pair. Why not? Let's gamble. Yes, there it is, the raise, and a healthy raise it is of $1.4 million more. Obviously, Elke cannot stand the heat since he has nothing. He lays his hand down.
Oh, wow.
Well, he shows everybody the queen 8 offsuit.
You hate it when players show their hands too many times. You think a pro like Odie's making a mistake, Mike.
Well, maybe it came back to haunt Elke. He kept showing all those 3-2s and 10-2s when he was bluffing. And now he's got Odie calling raises with queen eights and all the rest.
How do you spell tilt?
Right now, Odie is happier than a cheapskate at a 99-cent store. He's pecked his way back in here.
Well, Vince, with that pot, Odie Darden has come within $1 million of the chip leader, Elke Gross-Payet. And a while back, they were all at least $10 million behind the guy.
All right, back to the table. Right back on Odie Darden. Very colorful character in the poker world. Poker professional, and this time with a button, he's picked up ace-10.
And he is having a ball here right now. Picks up a nice hand here on the button in a three-handed game, ace-10. Let's see what he's going to do with it. But he's won a few pots in a row. He is feeling good right now, so why not pop it up? Makes it $400,000 to go.
Now Elke behind him has got a wired pair of fours here.
And is just going to call the $400,000. Wants to see a flop.
That's a switch. Early on, he would be pumping these pots. Nam going out.
Well, Nam sees these two are contesting a lot of pots now. Just going to get out of their way and let them fight it out. Here comes that flop. Well, it's come ace, queen, 5 with 2 diamonds. Elke checks the 2 4s, and Odie checks the 2 aces.
Yep.
Well, Vince, we saw him check top pair a minute ago when his opponent checked. He's done it again, and he's doing it again on the turn as the 7 of hearts comes off. Again, it goes check, check. Now the board pairs 7s.
What patience by Odie, the double check. River card came up a 7, paired the board, and now Elke's going to take a stab.
Well, Vince, it's a mild stab. He bets $160,000, the minimum bet possible, the size of the big blind, into a pot that's got $1 million in it.
And look at Odie going back to the acting, grimacing a little bit, but then sticking out some more money, an additional $700,000 it looks like.
Elke's going to pay him off, Vince.
Wow.
Well, he just didn't think he had the aces there because he checked on the flop and the turn, so he paid him off on the river. And with that pot, for the first time tonight at this final table, we have a new chip leader, Vince.
It is Odie time. It's party time at Bellagio. Stay with us. 3 players remain, going after over $1.4 million here on the World Poker Tour.
Want more WPT?
Follow all the action behind the scenes at worldpokertour.com.
I have a little daughter. We used to watch the WPT shows. And she'd be on my lap and watching the show. And she knows I love this show. And I go like, listen, you know, your daddy's going to be there one day.
The number 2 seed, Odie Darden.
And she knows I'm on this show. And this is for you, Steph. I want to win it.
Welcome back to the WPT. And you know, there was a day when everyone wanted to become a president. Or a rock star, perhaps. A fireman. But now it's a winner on the WPT.
Well, right now, Odie Darden's got a shot at it because for the first time tonight, he's the chip leader at this final table with nearly $7.8 million in chips. It wasn't that long ago that this guy right here, Elke Gross-Payet, had nearly a $12 million chip lead on both his opponents.
Elke has raised with king 4 to make it 360 to go.
And Lee goes out.
Yeah, and Odie Darden with a 4-5 of diamonds. Very seductive little hand.
Well, it's the kind of hand you like to see flops with, Vince. And right now, looks like Odie's starting to run good, as we say. So why not take a chance, take a look at a flop here with this hand, and that's what he's doing. Calls a $200,000 raise.
Well, when you call with this kind of junk, sometimes you can break a player if you hit properly.
Well, it's come 9-5-3. Odie has taken the lead with the 2 5s. He checks. Elke checks the king high right behind him. Oh, and a king comes on the turn. That was the only card that Elke could take the lead with, and he hit it. Well, again, Odie checks. And now Elke is reaching for chips, and why not? He's got the best hand.
Yeah, it's been some time since he's connected, and this time he finally does. A $460,000 bet here, Mike.
Odie has got himself in a quagmire now, Vince. He's got 2 5s. His opponent's got 2 kings, but he's making the call.
Yeah, he doesn't believe Elke. This time Odie is incorrect. River card coming up.
Odie needs a 5 to win this pot. He doesn't get it as the 7 comes off. So again, Odie checks. What's Elke going to do now? Gotta feel like his two kings are the best hand. How much to bet? That's the question. There's nearly 1.8 million in the pot, and look at this, Vince. He is betting almost $1 million. Looks like 960,000.
Oh, that is a hefty bet.
960.
Let's look at this. If Odie makes this call, which he's doing, his chip lead that he had a moment ago is now gone.
Yep.
Elke has reclaimed it with the two kings.
Easy call.
I see. Give me a change here.
You live by the sword, die by the sword, because obviously Odie plays this kind of style. He likes to check a lot of hands when he feels like he's out in front. That time, for the first time here tonight, it backfires.
Well, you're right, Vince. Had he let out and bet the flop, chances are he'd have won that pot instead of lost it. Elke back in front and now looks down at a pair of jacks on the button, and here comes some raisin chips.
Yep, he's going to make it 360 to go.
Nam Lee going out.
But Odie Darden's got a pretty respectable ace-deuce of spades.
Well, it's pretty respectable most of the time when you're up against Elke, but not this time, as Elke's got the two jacks. But Odie's going to make the call. And these two guys are like dueling banjos right now, Vince, and pretty soon one of them's going to break a string. Flop comes king, 10-3. Odie checks, and right behind him, Elke checks the two jacks. Now a 10 comes off. Well, again, it goes check, check. Elke just not wanting to fall into a trap here of getting check raised out of this pot. Now the board pairs threes. So now Odie is playing two pair with an ace kicker. Probably thinks that's the best hand the way the betting's gone here. He's going to check, though.
Well,
but no more checking. Elke now reaching for chips, and he is going to bet 860,000. Vance, I'm telling you, it's not going to shock me if Odie makes this call, because the way the betting is gone, meaning it's been checked and checked until the river, he could well think his ace high is the best hand here. And even if his opponent's got an ace in his hand, they would split this pot.
Well, this would be a good laydown if he could get away from this hand. Otherwise, the party that we just saw for Odie has disappeared very quickly. I mean, he became the chip leader, all confident, so close to that 1.4 million. And look at this, he's going to make the bad call.
Well, he does make the call, Vince, and once again, because he was calling instead of betting, he got himself in trouble.
So momentum switching back to the Frenchman, the young 27-year-old. Used to be a professional video gamer. He's won over $2 million on the European Poker Tour. This guy's amazing.
Well, as quickly as this confidence may have been cracked when he lost the chip lead, his confidence has come back, Vince, because once again, Elke Grospayet in the lead.
And it's on him to act. He's got ace-4 this time. Starting to pick up some cards. Going to raise it, making it 360,000 to go.
Well, Nam Lee throws away an ace-6. Even though it's the best hand, he sees these two guys are clashing about every pot. So just get out of the way and let one of them burn.
Odie Darden now with a 4-9 of spades. Not much of a hand, but it's in the big blind.
Well, look at this, Vince. He's going to make the call here.
Call.
He could be spiraling out of control pretty quick.
He is turning into Uncle Tilty in a hurry. Here's the flop. Can he get lucky on this?
Well, the flop comes 10-10 deuce. No help to either player. Elke out in front with the ace high. Action is on Odie. Vince, look at this. He is reaching for chips here.
Now this is completely out of character for him. Don't forget, he checks his big hands, his good hands.
550.
Well, he's going to bet 550,000 here. And if you're sitting in Elke's seat, folks, there's no way on earth that you're going to put him on a 10 here. You're saying to yourself, why is this guy betting now? He knows I bet every time. If he had a hand, wouldn't he check raise me here?
Now we were watching Odie implode here before our very eyes. He gets a good call by the Frenchman.
I think Elke has figured it out perfectly, Vince, to tell you the truth. Now the deuce comes off. I know Elke thinks there's no chance he's got a 10. He could have a deuce in his hand. But chances are, he just thinks Odie's got nothing. But let's see how the betting goes here.
1.4.
Don't make it worse. And yes, he is. This is an avalanche.
1.4 million is the bet.
He's just pushing when he shouldn't. Still a lot of money, though. Okay, he's onto it. You can just tell the Frenchman knows this guy's trying to take this pot.
Oh, Vince, the guy's just not going to bet if he had a full house here.
No, he wouldn't have.
So you're going to try to trap your opponent into bluffing the pot or betting if you have nothing. Or if you have another pair, if you had a full house in this situation. And Vince, take a look at Odie. He's trying to look strong here. And as you know in poker, when a guy looks strong, usually he's weak. When he looks weak and whistling and turning his head the other way, usually he's strong. Let's see if Elke can figure that out here.
I'm all in.
Well, he sure did figure it out. He went all in.
What the heck?
He's not going to give his opponent any chance to catch a card that could beat him here. I think he just thinks he's got the best hand, and he's just going to set him all in and find out. Well, there you go. He shows him the ace high. Odie says, you thought you were bluffing me? Well, you weren't, my friend. You had the best hand.
That was just a complete implosion for Odie Darden. The chips go back to the Frenchman, Elke. He commands the lead here at the Festa El Lago. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour. Welcome back to Bellagio. Three-handed poker at the Festa El Lago. Who's going to take home the $1.4 million here tonight?
Well, right now it's looking like Elke Grospellier from France. He's got 11.4 million. Odie Darden in second place with 2.8 million. WPT champ Nam Lee in third place with 2.3 million.
We've been playing for 5 days straight. Action's going to Elke, the Frenchman. He's got a Queen 7 this time.
And he's got the computer hand, as we call it, a Queen 7 offsuit. Raises it up, of course, makes it 360,000 to go.
On his left, Nam Lee with a Queen Jack.
780.
Oh, a nice re-raise by Nam Lee here with the Queen Jack. Makes it 780,000.
But Odie with a pair of fours behind him.
I'm all in.
Odie says all in with this.
Wow.
Elke quickly folding, and now it's on Nam.
Against Nam Lee only has about $1.5 million left. Has a Queen Jack. A lot of money in this pot, nearly $4 million.
Odie, just a completely different game. He has completely shifted gears.
It's a hand you didn't have to get involved in. You could have just sat back with the 2 4s and hope the guy goes out. You can move up over 400,000 in real money and have a shot at this title, but not Odie.
Odie was playing so tight in the beginning, but he's opened it up. Very deceiving player. Now, will this work?
You got it.
Well, Nam Lee is going to lay down the Queen Jack.
Yeah, it's going to work for Odie.
So a nice all-in bet there by Odie.
Come on, buddy.
Had a monster.
Nam begging to see his hand, but Odie not giving him that satisfaction.
Do you have a pair?
Good form.
If you had a pair, it's a bad fold for me.
Good form.
A little pep in his step right there.
Back to the action. On the chip leader, Elke Grospellier looks down at Doyle Brunson's hand, the 10-deuce suited. That hand named after Doyle Brunson, the legend in the poker world, because he won 2 world titles back-to-back, holding a 10 and a deuce in his hand.
Well, he's made it 330,000 to go. Nam Lee has gone out. Now Odie has an ace-jack.
Oh, man, this time Odie's got a nice hand against Elke. I think you just have to come over the top of him right away. Don't want to get out-flopped or outplayed by the guy.
I raise.
That's what he's doing, Vince. Big jump in prize money between third place and second. Nearly 440,000. But that doesn't stop Odie from raising it here with the ace-jack.
Yeah, he's counting out his chips. How much to raise? He's got a quality hand here.
Well, there's the raise, 800,000 more.
Now, what does the professional video gamer do at a time like this? 27 years old, he goes all in.
Well, Vince, I'll tell you why he's doing that. He just thinks Odie might throw this hand away.
That's a move. I call.
But no way. Odie is gambling. He's going to call with the ace-jack.
10 deuce, ace-jack.
Odie is thinking about winning this thing, Vince.
I know it's a
He's
move.
gambling here with the
I know it's a
ace-jack.
move.
Yeah, it's great because Odie said that's a move. He put his money where his mouth was.
I know it's a move.
But don't get out the shot glasses just yet, Odie.
So sweet.
Well, Vince, what a pot this is. There's $7.8 million in this pot. If Odie wins it, him and Elke will be about tied for the chip lead. And if Elke, of course, wins it, we'll be down to heads-up play. Elke would have a monstrous chip lead.
Oh, boy.
There's Gus Hansen, the winningest player in the history of the World Poker Tour. He's come out to root for his buddy Elke. And so far he's done well. It's come 9-4 deuce. Elke has gone out in front with 2 deuces.
Elke gets a piece of that.
Well, there's all spades out there. Odie has the ace of spades, so he now has the flush draw. He can win the pot with a spade. He'll take the lead with an ace or a jack.
Almost a coin flip at this point. Odie just a slight favorite. Here's the turn card.
Oh, 9 of diamonds comes up. And with that card, that means a 4 will win the pot for Odie as well. So he can win it with a spade, an ace, a jack, or a 4.
Odie got this tournament through a $300 satellite. The dream of becoming a WPT champion now on the line, coming down to this river card.
Oh, it's a 3 of hearts. Well, there it is. It's all smiles for Elke. Odie Darden out in 3rd place. But Vince, in that last pot, he was confident he had the best hand when the money went in. Indeed, he did. Just got unlucky there to get outdrawn.
So the very colorful Odie Darden, he is fun to watch. He's going to pick up $506,000 here tonight.
Got in this tournament on a $300 satellite, cashing out over $500,000.
I knew he was making a move, so I decided to call him, and nothing you can do. After that, all I can do is just put it in good, and I did. And I'm happy with my performance on this tournament.
Well, the festa is over for him. We are down to 2 players.
Well, as you know, folks, here on the WPT, we have a tradition. When we get down to heads-up play, we have our money presentation. So show us the money.
Out come the beautiful Bellagio girls with the cash. And we're talking tremendous cash. What a prize pool. Over $5.3 million. And these 2 players going to chop up about 2.3 of it.
Well, it's a beautiful WPT Tiffany bracelet on the table as well. Nam Lee going for his 2nd bracelet. Elke Grospellier going for his 1st. Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Heads-up action about to begin here at Bellagio, and WPT champ Nam Lee is hoping to pull out a miracle and take down his 2nd WPT title.
You're right, Vince. A miracle is exactly what Nam needs. He's facing an uphill battle against the French pro who has dominated this final table. Elke Grospellier has knocked out all the other players, and now he's gunning for Nam.
Elke wants to pitch that perfect game and take this title down, but Nam is one of the greats. Very tricky.
Well, Nam could make a little poker history tonight if he could win, as Elke has a 15-1 chip lead, one of the largest leads we've ever seen going into heads-up action here on the World Poker Tour.
Nam Lee, a WPT champion, goes all in the very first hand with ace-jack.
Four.
Well, Elke's going to call him. He gets a 3 in his hand. He likes to play. He says that's his favorite number. So Nam Lee is going to have to double up on numerous occasions to take this title, but very capable of doing so, no question about it. Right now, he's well out in front with ace-jack, up against queen 3. Here comes a flop. Well, it's come 10-9-8. So no longer does Nam Lee want a jack to come up there, because that would give his opponent a straight.
Nam Lee, a WPT champion, going after his 2nd title with a big chance of doubling up right now, unless something ridiculous happens.
He just didn't want to see a jack or a 3. That's all they can lose to.
Turn card.
Well, it's a 4. So we're down to the river. Nam Lee will double up and keep his hopes of capturing a 2nd WPT title alive if he can just dodge a jack or a 3 on the river.
Unless something silly happens, then we'll have a new champion, a Frenchman, Elke. Here's the river card.
Well, the 5 of diamonds comes off. So round 1, going to WPT champ, Nam Lee.
As he coolly collects the chips. He's been here before. This is the kind of guy that can make a comeback really happen. Nam Lee, one of the greats.
Of course, Elke would join 2 players who have won a WPT title and a European Poker Tour title. That's Roland DeWolf and Gavin Griffin.
I'm all in.
Look at this. Elke has picked up 6-3, says all in with that mess of a hand. Try to push Nam Lee out, but Nam has got a pair of deuces here.
Now, Vince, normally you hate to call an all-in bet with just 2 deuces, knowing your opponent is going to have 2 overcards, but with this kind of chip count, he knows he's got to make things happen to double up and get some chips, so he's going to gamble with the 2 ducks. He makes the call, and we have a race situation again. And this pot's got $3.7 million in it. But here we go. Well, it's come ace, ace, 8. Nam Lee still out in front with aces and deuces. Elke looking for a 6 or a 3 to take the lead. And 8 would also give him the lead, but I don't know for how long.
All right, well, Nam has got a sweat. Nevertheless, here's the turn card.
Well, a king comes off. Now, the only way Elke can win the pot is to catch a 6 or a 3. If a king or an 8 comes up, it would be a split pot.
Coming down to the river, WPT champion Nam Lee with some hope here.
Everybody on their feet. Could Nam Lee double up in back-to-back pots? Yes, the queen comes off. And Nam Lee's fans are now starting to believe, Vince. Remember, in our WPT championship event last year, Gus Hansen, who's in the house now, had a big chip lead, nearly 6-1 over David Chu, but David came back to win that title. Could Nam Lee come back from a 15-1 chip deficit and take down the title? That would be unbelievable.
Well, the Frenchman's baguette's starting to get a little stale here. Back down to the felt we go. Nam Lee on a little rush here, takes a peek at his cards, and he's got a good one. Ace Queen.
Well, Vince, if he could double up one more time, they'd be pretty close in chip count. Look at this, Vince. He's just going to limp in and make the call with Ace Queen, trying to trap his opponent, but be careful what you wish for. His opponent's got him beat with 2 10s.
He's got a real hand.
And Elke raised it to 700,000. I just can't imagine that you would just call here with an Ace Queen against this kind of player.
Well, you call it to re-raise in case the guy did what he did, so you got to think he's going to push it, and he is. He has gone all in.
Well, he's going to be quickly called by Elke here, and we have a race situation, but certainly you can't fault either player for getting their money in with this hand. They both have legitimate hands. The question is now, who's going to get lucky? If Nam Lee wins this pot, we'll be pretty close in chip count. If Elke's 2 10s stand up, he will be our WPT champion and a 98 WPT poker-made millionaire.
What an opportunity for the Frenchman. Elke Grospellier, 27 years old, has never made a final table on the WPT. A chance of a lifetime with 5 cards to come.
Oh, a 10 right in the door. You saw Elke jump right out of his boots. He saw the 10. He knows the only way that Nam Lee can win this pot now is to catch 2 running cards to make it straight. A king and a jack would give him a win. If it comes an 8 and a 9, it would be a split pot.
9 jack.
Nam Lee realizes his fate of becoming a 2-time WPT champion just going out the window. Here's the turn card.
Well, it's a 9 card that gives Nam some hope.
Yeah.
If an 8 comes off, this would be a split pot. Nam Lee cannot win the pot. He could split it if an 8 comes up, and right now Nam Lee is hoping for an 8 ball in the corner pocket.
Ace. 1.4 million on the line here at Bellagio.
Well, a king comes off. That's going to do it. Elke Grospellier came to this final table as our chip leader. And Vince, you got to say he deserved this victory. As aggressive as he was at this final table, tip your hat to the guy.
WPT champion Nam Lee. Not to be Elke Grospellier from France. He is $1.4 million richer. He is our champion. We had great characters here at Bellagio. WPT champions like Nanad, colorful players like Odie Darden, and of course, poker expertise by Nam Lee. But our champion was Elke Grospellier. He's taking home $1.4 million. Well, Mike, what a phenomenal tournament we just witnessed.
For Vince Van Patten and everyone at the World Poker Tour, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for watching, and until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. I don't understand what this is for here.